to the kids' house. Baby, baby, can you love me? Get me go crazy. If you feel me, I feel you. And welcome to the kids at school. Cause we love, 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 love you, birdseed. We do love you, love you, love you, love you, birdseed. And it's about you and me. We come to here, sip the tea. All allegedly, no cap. All allegedly, not speaking facts. But it could be just might. Sometimes you get that new me, dirty on me. Gang. What's up, fam? Basically, I'm gonna try to keep it together, because I know it's a serious topic. Even and Corey done sit here and cuss out everybody who gonna talk about his kids. Period. One thing I don't understand is if you so worried about your family, your kids, why do people mess up happy homes? Like I ain't saying Carmen was perfect, but you knew what it was when you got with Carmen. You chose to be with Carmen. You knew how Carmen was when you got with her. She been the same person since you got with her, probably a little bit more tougher, but at the same time, like you up here blatantly cheating so much so that people talk about it online, and you thought she was gonna stay with you. If she leave, your boys normally leave. Like I'm confused, but now you mad, and yeah, you gonna be probably mad about that comment. It just is what it is. Like I don't understand how people be like, oh, I care about my kids so much, but you do things to jeopardize them, put them in weird situations. And I'm not, like I said, once again, I'm not saying that Kwame was perfect, but you're not going to be able to see your kids all the time, every time, because they're going to be in two different households. So, and that's the case. The other person is not going to be on the phone to your beck and call 24/7. Just because y'all are parents doesn't mean that they're going to answer the phone every time you call. You're not going to have the same access to a person when they leave you as you did when you was with them. So you always knew where your kids was when you was with your baby mom, but and your ex with your wife, but don't think you're going to have that same privilege just because she out your life. Like that's what I don't be understanding. Like it's not gonna be the same. Like if you thought it was the same, that's crazy. Now the sad part is Corey said that he hasn't seen his kids in 5 months, which I mean that's a long time, and it's sad for him. But like I said before, I would hate to have a baby daddy because baby, he hardly gonna see them kids either. Like he gonna see them when I see them. Like yeah, I probably have to be in court. Basically, I probably have to be in court. But at the same time, why do I want to see you? I don't want to see you, and it just so happened that you're my kid's father, but I can take care of my kids by myself. I don't need you. Like, so why do I need to see you? So if you want to see your kids, like, I don't want you knowing where I am, where I stay, where I be. Like, I don't want nothing to do with nothing. Even though I know as a parent, a man's supposed to see his kids, but what's free they got to do with me? See them, visit them in their dreams. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. And I don't have any kids, so probably that's why. Okay, because I don't got time for the foolishness. Like you probably will see your kids. Let me stop. Now I can't really be mad at my mom, cause, but I still mad at her because like she was like that too. Like my dad and her had like these issues with pickup and like I get it. That's normal. Like, but it's still annoying. And yes, I do feel like Corey's kids miss him. Like that's the deal. Like he probably is more masculine, and the kids like their energy. He probably don't take too much from them. Like I feel like they kind of run over Corman's motherliness or femininity, and not because that she's like a pushover. I think it's more so because, like I said, I feel Corey was more like stronger and firmer with the kids than maybe she was, and they just he knows how to handle them in a different way, and they probably miss that. When I feel like Corman, she's just trying to readjust to everything because literally the talk on the street was she didn't have access to no funds and she had to borrow money from other people just to survive. And she had two kids. I feel like if you really cared about your kids, you gonna make sure they eat. Period. Not because your girl that you want is not in your household, not because of that, but for the sheer fact that your kids gotta eat. Your kids gotta live. So the whole fact that you didn't leave her with nothing, took her channel allegedly, and just because you bitter and mad, and then she gotta feed her kids with money from other people, it's really crazy to me that now you upset that your kids, even though I'm sure his kids are eating, but even the thought of them not eating, because what did you do? Like Carmen, she left with not even probably a couch to her name. Is the story that's on the streets allegedly. So it's just like, did you really care? Was you really that concerned, or did you just feel like, oh, because I leave her with nothing, they gotta stay with me? Like that's still rampant. Like that's crazy. I feel like she doing the best she can, cause she grinding every day. She doing this, she doing that for her kids. And the deal is, it's like if she gotta go hustle because she gotta pay bills because she don't want to borrow money from other people, I still gotta respect that at the end of the day, because in the day she left with nothing and she rebuilding her brand, she rebuilding everything for her kids, for her family. That don't mean her that she's neglectful. That doesn't mean that she don't feed her kids. I feel like she do feed her kids. We even see episodes where she was making pancakes with strawberries, whipped cream, and the baby didn't want to eat it. Kids are real particular about what they eat anyway, and some kids don't want to eat. It don't mean that people don't feed their kids. Some kids literally don't have an appetite. They eat like birds. Now, most kids will eat, but I'm saying some kids are really picky eaters. So that don't mean she's not feeding her kids. And to put that out there is crazy. But you wanna know the real crazy part is the fact that who he's taking this advice from. Because I don't really know who the person is, who the guy is, but I do know he had Corey's number. And for him to have Corey's number, I don't know how that happened, because it seemed like he a snitch. Because he's talking about some woman had Corey's child. So apparently he was trying to, like, Corman felt comfortable enough to leave her child with somebody, or I don't know how it was. They was giving a hug and passing. I'm not really sure what it was. But at the same time, a baby crying the whole time don't mean that he misses daddy. It don't necessarily mean nothing. It could be he misses mama. It just mean that he crying. Most kids, if they don't know a person or if it's their first time with somebody, they would normally will cry. That's what I thought they normally would do. And the fact you feeling people's spines and stuff. Their kids have been seen on social media. They've gone over Neek house. Neek has a son, Kaiser. Like they've gone over people's houses before. They've been on camera and they didn't look malnutrition to me. So the fact that people feeling on people's spines and ribs is kind of weird to me. But on top of that, not only that part, like, is that his reason and way that he thought he was gonna get close to Corey? Because if you didn't know, listen to the conversation the whole time. He's talking about, man, I've been wanting to cut your hair. I've been wanting to cut your hair. I even moved down the street from where you are. Dang, dude, Negro. Like, is that all you trying to cut? Like, what is really going on? Like, the dude is obviously dodging you. You gonna let a dude tell you some stuff about your mother freaking kids and bring you to mother freaking tears, and you don't even want that Negro to cut your mother freaking hair, and you mean you gonna sit there and listen to that? And one thing about it, two things, so you can't let everybody touch your head. You can't let everybody give you food. I don't care if the food is packaged, baby, bottle packaged. Like, people is weird as fudge out there, and if you gon' use a baby mama and some kids to get to Corey so he can let you cut his mother freaking hair, then use a sick individual. Period. Point blank. Because first of all, it seems like lies to me. Second of all, why the freak you bringing up him cutting your mother freaking hair, Negro? At the end of the day, the freaking you cutting his mother freaking hair If he thought about it before, that's the last motherfucking thing he thinking about. If you bringing up that his kids is being malnutrition and treated unfairly and unkindly, and you talk about, man, I've been wanting to cut your motherfucking hair. To me, once he said that, I need to hear no more. That's all the conversation was about. He trying to cut Corey hair, and he knew that Corman was over his house or around his girl or whatever, and he saw that as an motherfucking opportunity. Corey, if I was you, I would let that motherfucker touch an inch of my motherfucking head. But you do what the freak you want to do. And I'm out this. God saying, I gotta go right now. So hate it, because you came to his house. Come again. Please and thank you. Anytime, you're welcome. This is D. And you know me. My name is DK. As up on at his house, you know how we sway. And do these motherfucking things in the his house for the change. Drop a comment, like, share, subscribe. All them things. Welcome to the his house where we get lit. Her tea on me and that's up in this bit. Get down the sauce. The loss. By the floss.